of scary. I like it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to Talk Talk, finishing out listening to their album Spirit of Eden. This is with their song Wealth, all of which was released in 1988. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day, a wonderful morning, a relaxing evening, whatever time of the day it may be, whatever day it might be. Hope that it's finding you well. I just hit my table. Sorry, I just don't know what to do with myself sometimes. Speaking of wealth, you know, I had to take my car into the shop the other day, and they took away at least a big W of my wealth. Anyway, you can join me on Twitter in the comments down below, all of that fun stuff. Let's get into the album. Let's finish up the album with Wealth by Talk Talk.
Create upon my flesh create approach upon my breath. Bring me salvation if I fear. Take my freedom. Create upon my breath. Create reflection on my flesh. The wealth of love, bear me a witness to the years. Take my freedom. Let my freedom. Let my freedom up. Take my freedom. Forgive me. Secret love. Create upon my flesh. Create a home within my head. Take my freedom. Let my freedom up. Let my freedom up. Take my freedom.
You know, we may not be in Eden, but the spirit of Eden still remains, still carries through. This entire song, with how organ dominant it was, it felt to me like we were in the foundations of a beautiful cathedral. Earthy, not quite constructed, still being put together, but something closer to earth, closer to the dirt, closer to creation in a sense. Not to, talk about beliefs and all that stuff, but just closer to the source, whatever you believe source may be. That's what I felt listening to this song. It felt, especially with the organ and some of those leads as well, which popped up every once in a while, it felt like we were in a church or in some sort of service, but just like a different type. It felt more a celebration of earth, a celebration of humanity, of us, mankind. I don't know. It just felt very earthy. I don't know. That's what I kind of get out of it. Lyrically, I'll have to look at it a little bit more, but this is a really nice track to end the album on, I feel. This one is uplifting. To me, it feels spiritually uplifting. I like the way that Mark Hollis breaks out his voice just a little bit, and you can hear his voice cracking in certain moments, and that's just the emotional weight. And he's not breaking under that emotional weight. He's carrying that emotional weight. He's just allowing his voice to crack in those moments, not to show us weakness, but in my opinion, to show us humanity. Not to show us frailty, but to show us the strength in who we are, in us being humans. I don't know. That's what I get out of the music. That's what I get out of the music, at least. But like, I really just like the organ playing. I like the deep resonance of the deeper notes, and then you get little, not like that, but you get little higher leads every once in a while that just kind of blip out and brief sparks of instrumentation like bass, piano as well. And that's what makes the appearance of the organ when it does surface that much more powerful. Because this is like a very diminished abstract jazz section right here. Like very, very diminished. But along with the guitar strumming in the back, the organ begins to pop up. And at that moment, he sang, "Take my freedom, light my freedom up." So it's like he's crying out to that source. To me, symbolized by the organ itself. Now, what is in his voice? Is it pain? Is it fear? Is it just emotional outcry? What is the feeling that he's feeling when he's singing these words? Take my freedom. Light my freedom up. Take my freedom. But then there's a resolve. He says, for giving me a sacred love. Is he saying that I'll sacrifice anything in order to have this sacred love that you've shown me? I don't know if Mark Hollis is in any way religious or not. I guess I could look that up really quick to see. But at least that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. I'm just reading on Wikipedia here. Let's see. Though he acknowledges that his lyrics are religious, he says they are not based on a specific creed, preferring to think of them as humanitarian. See, Mark Hollis and I are on the same page. And also when listening to this track, this is one, actually with most of the album, but as a closer especially, that off of the backbone of the last track, I Believe in You, this is just one that you float downstream with. I'm of the mindset that this is just really good. You put this on in so many different situations, but like it just works. Even the way the organ just kind of plays itself out with just like solemn notes, that deep resonance feels like the spirit of Eden, as the album is named after, just passing by, just moving in the stream of time with us, through us. It is us. Let's talk about the lyrics on this one. Create upon my flesh, create approach upon my breath. Bring me salvation if I fear. Take my freedom, sacred love. Create upon my breath, create reflection on my flesh. I'm kind of getting out of that, like, I'm just thinking this like he's talking to God basically, like, you made me, do with me what you will. create upon my flesh. Like, he's already created the flesh, so now create upon me. Add to me. Make me better. You know? Bring me salvation if I fear. If he feels like he's scared of something or he shows fear, bring him freedom, bring him salvation. And then he says he'll give up his freedom for that sacred love in the chorus there. And then in the third verse, he says, create upon my flesh, once again, but then he says, create a home within my head. Now, this could be creating a home for God, like God always stay with me, always stay in mind, or it could just mean for himself. Create a home in my head. Create a place that I can always retreat to and return to feel safe within myself. So, let me know what you guys thought of it on Twitter, in the comments down below specifically. Hope that you enjoyed this album listen. I hope that you enjoyed this track specifically as well. As I say, thank you so much for just being here. Thank you for spending some time with me on the videos. It's very, very, very much appreciated. I sincerely thank you guys just for not only being here, but for always sharing your extremely thoughtful comments with me, sharing your experiences with me, with yourselves, with the music. I love to see that. I like to read that. It's just a really awesome sense of community that I think that we have here. And I thank you guys so much for bringing that to me, to be honest. Anyways, hope that you enjoyed everything here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.